From the shores of Britain went out aircraft to greet this Royal Armada. And it was with the eyes of the home-based Royal Air Force that Britannia was sighted. The message was flashed back to the Royal Navy. There was the Britannia with her Armada, bringing back Queen Elizabeth from her journey round the world. That journey from Britain to the Spanish Main, from the Pacific through the Antipodes to the Indian Ocean, to Africa, across the Mediterranean, and along the coasts of Spain. So the ships of Britain sighted the Britannia and guarded our Queen on the peaceful evening of May the 13th. Then came the triumphant progress along the south coast of England, through the Straits of Dover and onward as the day grew long to the north. The north, where the sea and the Thames are joined. Early morning on the last lap of this journey of 45,000 miles. Aboard the Patricia now, ready and waiting to escort the Britannia along the Thames. Just over 50 miles on Thames Tideway. The first time it's believed that any sovereign has made this journey by water right from the Warp to Westminster. The Duke of Gloucester is aboard the Patricia to lead Britannia into the Pool of London. Salutes from small boats and big. At Tilbury now, not only the great docks from where liners sail to Australia, but also the ancient fort where the first Elizabeth rallied those sailing forth to fight the Spanish Armada. Along this tideway too came that other Elizabeth, tonight Sir Francis Drake aboard his ship, the Golden Hind. At Woolwich Dockyard, a royal salute from a Royal Artillery Guard of Honour.
Greenwich Reach, one of our river reaches with names that come down right from the first Queen Elizabeth. Gravesend Reach, Galleons Reach, Buxby Reaches, Limehouse Reaches, the Isle of Dogs Execution Dock. All along our great old river on small boats and big, we watermen of the Thames say, welcome the Queen.
And on this May morning, when London's river greeted the Queen's stately progress toward the Westminster where she was crowned, there was no doubt that the old seafaring spirit of Britain was still joyously alive. Here, in the greatest port of the world, in this huge hub of seafaring commerce and trade, the Lord Mayor of London went out to greet Her Majesty, rowed by oarsmen, as were his predecessors through the long centuries. from Clarence House came the Queen Mother with Princess Margaret, arriving early at the Tower Pier to get a first glimpse of the Britannia, anxious as any other family to be together again. Into the Pool of London, into the heart of this greatest port of this great Commonwealth, sailed the Britannia at the end of her journey. And here was tradition created. For aboard her on this last stage of her journey, a Prime Minister, Sir Winston Churchill, was with the royal family. Wearing the uniform of an elder brother of Trinity House, this world-renowned figure had sailed with his sovereign. Into this Pool of London come merchantmen from all the seven seas, and it was here that the family reunion was completed. It was a proud Queen Mother, eager to see her daughter again, and Princess Margaret hurried up the gangway to join her sister. The Duke of Edinburgh was there to take them along the deck to where the Queen and her children were waiting to greet them. After the Prime Minister had left Britannia to welcome Her Majesty ashore, the royal barge came alongside. Then the river procession, which all London, all Britain had been waiting to see. The sovereign with her family sailing aboard that royal barge, which looked so little but so splendid. Then we thought of a long journey, a vast mission nearly completed. A mission of significance, but one carried out with a tireless and easy grace that not only charmed millions, but renewed in the hearts of people of all creeds and races a sense of unity. Nearly 500 official engagements, and she never missed one of them. 105 working days planned and worked out to schedule, no matter how exhausting the climate or how strenuous the calls of duty. It was a triumph. Welcome the Queen, where'er the crown may be. Welcome the Queen in her Commonwealth of the Free. As the bells rang out at Westminster and the Queen stepped ashore beneath that mother of all parliaments on a grey English afternoon, we thought of the many other parliaments of this free and democratic Commonwealth where she presided as Queen. As the bells rang out, the church bells of all the United Kingdom joined. For it's her presence wherever she may be that unites us. In welcome raise all hearts to give her praise, her fair crown's far call in pride uniting one and all. Welcome the Queen, in whose sweet name there thrives such queenly grace, such courage lighting our lives.
We were there, us Londoners, to cheer her when she rode through our streets on her coronation day. We told each other then how lovely she looks. And now, as she rides once more towards the palace, we say it again. How lovely she looks. Yes, and how happy she is, God bless her. 6 months away, having to leave the youngsters behind. There's not a woman here in London that isn't pleased to see her come back safe and sound. It's not only welcome the Queen today, it's good to see you again, ma'am, and thank you.
It was a grey May afternoon when, with those children who'd won all hearts, she drove through London to the end of her journey. When we cheered her, we wanted to say thank you, and to Prince Philip, the escort of our sovereign, a nation's gratitude. A nation that is many nations, uniting in this moment when the Queen arrived at Buckingham Palace at the end of her journey, uniting in the cry that had greeted her everywhere, "Welcome the Queen!"